Hey guys, it's Steve from Sparky's Garage again. Hey, we got the Mustang out, got the car cover off of it. We're gonna be doing a basic tune-up on it. Again, here is the stock motor. I do not know what these plug wires are. I don't think they're stock, but we're gonna basically give it a little bit of a tune-up. We got some MSD parts. We got a distributor cap. We got a rotor. We got their iridium spark plugs, spark plug wires, and we're actually gonna put a little bit better coil on this thing. Again, these are all made by MSD, so you can go check them out at holly.com. All right, let's go ahead and pop the distributor cap off. There's just two little tabs here. You gotta unspring them. Take a look in here, see what it looks like. Well, by the blue rotor here, this must be a standard blue streak rotor. It's pretty easy to tell those things. See what it looks like here. Oh, wait. Not very much wear on it. Alright, let's look at the distributor cap. Oh wow. Look at all that rust and oxidation. Yeah, so this is definitely going to help with changing this thing out. Again, this car has been sitting, not running for about 5 years. So you can see why it's got a lot of rust built up on that cap. Alright, let's get it changed out. Alright, check out the difference with the MSD rotor. So this is the blue streak one. And then look at the size. And then just the plastic itself. It is way bigger. I mean, it's basically the same exact setup. It's just the MSD is just made a lot better. I mean, it's like heavy duty rotor. I mean, just the metal on this is a lot thicker gauge than this little thin tin piece. Wow, big difference here. So we'll go ahead and just slide this underneath, and these rotors, you basically just drop them right down. It's pretty straightforward, like so. It fits right in there. Now we'll change out the cap. Alright, here is the new MSD distributor cap. Again, the plastic on this is just really heavy duty. Same with the brass little terminal ends here. I mean, they're just big. Now when you go to put this on, there's really only one way this can go on. It's got this little notch right there, and that little notch basically lines up right here in front. So do not go off the little breather port, because sometimes they put the breather ports, this guy right here, the breather, sometimes they put the breathers on different sides. Like this one, the breather is all the way to the top left. And if you line up the little notch piece right there, the breather on the MSD cap is all the way to the right. So again, do not go off the breather, just go off that notch. And once you have it lined up, it just drops right in place. So let's see here. Okay, there we go. And then go ahead and put the clips back on, and then take your spark plug wires and just transfer them just straight over, so you know you won't mess it all up. Alright, so this is how I'm picking out my spark plug wires. I got my old one. These are all the new ones. Kind of look at them, see which one is going to be close. I just kind of take my finger and put it over the little 90-degree elbow here and kind of just see which one is going to work. So this one's pretty good. I'll keep that one out. Ooh, this one's actually a lot better. So we'll keep this one. That's too short. That one's too long. That one's too long. And this one here, let's see here. That's too short. Okay. So definitely think it's this one. But pretty much that's what I'm doing. I'm going through all of them, just checking them. We'll match them all up, and then we'll put the new ones on. All right, we got one side done. The new black wires. Here's the ones that were on it. They're gray color. You can see they fit really nice down below. Clear their header. Doesn't rub on anything. So we're gonna go ahead and get the other side done, and then we'll go ahead and start pulling spark plugs out of it. Now for the passenger side, I made it a little easier on myself. I went ahead and removed the factory air box. There is basically two 7/16 bolts that hold the mass air bracket on. There is two 7/16 nuts that hold on the air box, and then undid the hose clamp, and basically just took out the whole assembly. Reason I did that, makes life a lot easier getting down to the spark plugs and spark plug wires. And I'm gonna go ahead and try to clean all this up. I haven't cleaned any of this stuff here, so I'm gonna go ahead and take some degreaser and we'll get it all cleaned up. Now, I don't know if these are original or not. The motor does have 121,000 miles on it, but these are the auto lights that came out of it. And these are the new MSD iridium. So we're gonna go ahead and toss these plugs in. We're doing a full set of these. Again, also changing out that spark plug wires on this passenger side. All right, passenger side is on. Check this out. Look at this. Original Motorcraft hoses. They're still on this thing. You want to be very careful with these plastic vacuum lines. They can get brittle, especially over time. So I went ahead and cleaned the shock tower, cleaned all down here, put some throttle body cleaner in the throttle body. Kind of looked over everything as far as the vacuum lines. They all look pretty good. I got one vacuum line right here. It's kind of starting to fall apart, and that's a vacuum line that goes underneath the plenum here. So I'm gonna have to replace that. It goes down here to the evap box, I believe, down below. So anyways, yeah, we got our Street Fire wires by MSD on. We're gonna go ahead and put the air box back on it, and next we're gonna go ahead and change out that coil, and then we'll fire this thing off. All right, so I went ahead and removed the plug. The plug is basically this big old flat looking plug. You just gotta slowly just pull up on this and it will unplug. Next, I went ahead and just removed the starter solenoid away from the side of the fender well. Gives you easy access. Now there's two 7/16 bolts. You just gotta remove those, pull the whole bracket and the coil off, and then you're gonna basically unbolt the bracket from the coil and switch the new coil on to the bracket, put the bracket back on the shock tower. So we're gonna go ahead and we'll remove these two 7/16 bolts. All right, we got the coil off. It's on the bracket still. Now to remove this, you're gonna have to get a 7/32 socket. I'm gonna basically remove these 4 bolts and then remove the coil. Once I remove the coil, since I'm this far into it, I'm gonna go ahead and wire wheel this bracket. I'm gonna paint it all black, make it all look nice again, and then we'll get the new coil switched on. All right, did a quick little test fit before I paint this bracket, but you can see this MSD performance coil is a direct bolt on. Now I did want a little overkill by replacing this coil. There's no need to replace that one. This one works fine. It is the original factory, probably from 1990 coil. So I'm gonna go ahead and keep this because this is good. Yes, this is a little overkill, but I want some better ignition performance. So we went with MSD. All right, bracket is all painted. Got the new MSD coil on there. Factory plug to snap right in. We're gonna put the starter solenoid back on, and then we're gonna fire this thing up. All right, that wraps up the tune-up. We got one more thing, but we'll do that in the next episode. We're gonna change the fuel filter out. But yeah, this thing is running really good now. Fresh plugs, wires, cap, rotor, and went ahead and put that coil on there. I didn't really need to. One quick thing I'm doing is I'm just repainting that little 5.0 emblem. Got some paint over here and just doing a quick shoot of that. So that wraps it up. Make sure you like, subscribe, and stay tuned for the next video.